LTU Sports Report is brought to you by the City of Southfield, the center of it all, and Hungry Howie's, famous for flavor. Hello and welcome, Blue Devil Nation, inside the LTU studios for a brand spanking new episode of the LTU Sports Report. I'm Jenna Skalski. We have a lot to get to on today's show. Lauren Plant goes in depth with new football head coach Yvonne Mitchell and a brand new Get to Know segment coming up later in the show. Today, we've got highlights of the men's tennis team as they took on Wayne State, but the majority of our Blue Devils were on the road this week. The basketball teams visited Lourdes for a WAC conference matchup, and the men's volleyball team went down to face Tech rival Indiana Tech, which is where we'll start our coverage.
The Lawrence Tech men's volleyball team hit the road to face the Indiana Tech Warriors for some volleyball action. Despite their overall record, this young Blue Devil team shows great improvement every time they step on the court, and tonight was no different. The boys in blue worked hard each set, trading kills back and forth, but the young squad would keep the game close. However, LTU would fail to win a set, dropping each one by only 2 points. The Warriors would sweep the Blue Devils in 3 sets. Senior Joshua Eckert would lead the team with 14 kills.
Another tough loss for the young volleyball squad. We now go in depth with an LTU student athlete for another installment called Get to Know.
I'm Gunnar Gustafson. I'm here at Lawrence Tech playing on the men's basketball team, and my major is construction engineering. My celebrity crush is probably Selena Gomez. I mean, I really like her music, and she's always just been different than everyone else. My favorite superhero is probably Batman because he's different than everybody else and he's just a playboy and a bunch of money. My favorite athlete is probably LeBron James. I mean, he takes the sport so much differently than everybody else, and he's just kind of changed the game into this new era. Favorite dessert is probably cookies. I mean, they're so fast and so easy.
It's time for a quick break, but before we go, on Tuesday, February 25th, LTU invites all high school and college students to join us for Industrial Engineering Day. There will be lectures and lab tours going on, so if you're interested, click the events link at ltu.edu. Don't go anywhere. The LTU Sports Report will be right back.
Asiago, butter. Honey, look at this. 40,000 flavor combinations, and I've had almost every one. Asiago, butter, cheese, Cajun. The flavored crust combinations are endless. It's the greatest thing that ever happened.
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
To get more pizza? Yeah.
No, to call your mother. Wow.
Don't go. I need that equation.
Now get a meal deal to fit any budget at the home of flavored crust.
Hungry? Howie's!
Welcome back to the LTU Sports Report. I'm Jenna Skalski. It's still chilly outside, so thankfully the men's tennis team have been playing indoors. Let's check out their Thursday match against Wayne State.
Yeah, I think we played very well. Wayne State is a very good Division II team, and we've really taken it to them. We lost the doubles, 2 rubbers to 1. Everyone's fought hard. I'm not sure what the scores are, but it looks like everyone played well today.
I think we did everything well in regard, sometimes you lose a match and you still play well. They were very strong, and I think we played very, very well in doubles. I think we played some good solid singles matches. One of the things that we always try to grade is how well we play doubles, because that takes you into your singles matches and certainly gives you the momentum going forward.
I think everyone played actually really, really well today. We showed all our strengths. Everyone can work on their consistency a little bit. Everyone today really attacked well and took their opportunities that they got on court.
Well, I think our kids played very, very well today considering the competition. Wayne State is always well coached. They're always strong. They're a Division II team. They're also a conference champion last year. So I think our kids played very, very well. How do we prepare for Lake Superior on Monday? I think today's match was a good indication of how we can play against Division II teams. And I think if we take that energy and that ability to the court on Monday, we're going to be just fine.
Going to rest up over the weekend and hit it hard on Monday morning when we play Lake Superior State.
It's great to see spring sports back in action because I know that means the weather will start to get warmer and I can finally get some sun. Even with spring right around the corner, it's never too early to talk football. Lauren Plant sat down with new football head coach Avant Mitchell to do just that.
Welcome inside the State Champ Sports Network studios. For today, we are talking with the brand new head football coach at Lawrence Technological University. His name is Avant Mitchell. Avant, welcome.
Thank you.
All right, so it's fresh. This is a relatively new announcement. How does it feel right now?
It feels good. Feel busy. Yeah. Things are happening. I mean, it's coming up to the interview with you, coming out of 3 meetings this morning. Got a couple more this afternoon, so things are kind of happening very fast.
What motivated you to get into coaching?
I didn't know that I was going to get into coaching, but really looking at my father and seeing how he touched the lives of young men throughout my life, it's like I always had brothers. I only had, biologically one sister.
Right.
But just a young man who went in and out of our home and the daily practices and the meals my mom made for people, things like that. And I think that kind of pricked my heart.
We should remind the audience, it's been 50 years since Lawrence Tech had a football program here until its recreation in 2017. How do you reflect on this past season?
This past season was a learning season. I would say it was great for me. I feel very comfortable getting back into the conference because this is my third stint in the conference. So I'm very familiar with our conference, and that familiarity let me know also that it's real. It is real.
What is the direction of the football program that it will now take under the Mitchell leadership?
Number one, we will be a prideful group. We're going to be a hardworking group. Integrity, character, very, very passionate about what we do, and we'll be efficient.
LTU has more graduates right out of college getting jobs in their field of study with the highest salaries. That's a selling point. When you sit in a recruit's living room, what is your message to him and his family?
First thing, even before we get into that living room, we're looking for young men who I believe and our staff believes that our Lawrence Tech University fits. Young men who are goal-oriented. They understand the value of a great education.
What kind of a head coach are you going to be?
I want to be a great leader of men. I want to be someone who my coaches and players alike can respect and know that I'm going to go to bat for them. Come out and support. We have a great university here. To our alumni, our supporters, our local community, we welcome you all to come out and be a part of something special.
And State Champs, of course, will always be there for you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, Coach Mitchell, thank you very much.
Thank you.
The basketball teams travel to Sylvania, Ohio to face Lourdes University for a WAC conference matchup. Let's head to the hardwood and check out how the Blue Devils made out.
We travel all the way to the Russell J.E. Bate Recreation Center in Ohio, where the Lawrence Tech men's and women's basketball teams face off against the Gray Wolves of Lourdes University. Starting with the men's game, the Blue Devils look to carry the momentum over from their win against Siena Heights last Saturday. But tonight was a little different, as the Blue Devils did not have answers for the scoring clinic that the Gray Wolves displayed in the first half, digging themselves a hole that was too deep to climb out of. The Blue Devils will go on to drop this one, 78-48 your final. And on to the women's side of things, the Blue Devils look to snap a 3-game losing streak, and tonight they were about their business. All 10 Blue Devils got in the scoring action, and tonight was led by the senior from East Lansing, Danielle Hansen, who notched a double-double with 16 points and 12 rebounds. The Blue Devils controlled this game from start to finish, outscoring the Gray Wolves in all 4 quarters, and on their way to a 77-51 victory over Lourdes.
That's all the time we have for you today on the LTU Sports Report. It's another active weekend for my fellow Blue Devils. The hockey team has a home matchup versus Cleary. Tonight's game at Farmington Hills Ice Arena will start at 6 p.m. And on Saturday, the men's volleyball team will be inside Don Riddler as they square up against Goshen at 1 p.m. And also at 5 p.m., the men's lacrosse team is indoors at Detroit Country Day to face William Penn University. If you can't make it to these games, no worries. You can catch the live streams at LTUathletics.com. I also want to say good luck to all Blue Devils that are on the road this weekend. The baseball team has several games in Indiana, and the softball team is even going farther south, going down to Tennessee. The women's lacrosse team also heads to the Rust Belt for 2 games in Kentucky. The WAC Conference Championship in bowling is also taking place this weekend at Indiana Tech. And finally, the basketball teams travel to Rochester for their final game of the regular season. Thanks for watching the LTU Sports Report. I'm Jenna Skelski. Have a terrific weekend, everybody.